So Andrei Jikh, the magician turned financial advisor who can make all your money disappear, actually responded to my video. Andrei Jikh lost $1.5 million, subscribers' lives ruined. You can see the pinned comment right here. He actually responded to it. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at actually what he said. Now, one thing I want to point out, I do not erase anyone's comments. Any of these fake gurus, so Jeremy, Meet Kevin, whatever, if anyone wants to respond to any video I make about them, I'm not going to erase it. You can leave a comment. You can tell your side of the story. I will actually pin it so other people can read what you actually say. But with that, let's go ahead and actually see what Andrei said. Now, the first thing I want to say about this is that I have to give props to Andrei Jikh, right? He didn't have to make this comment, and he put a comment up, and it was very respectful. It wasn't, calling me names or anything, and he didn't threaten to sue me like Meet Kevin likes to do. If you don't know, Meet Kevin is trying to, or alleged that he might sue Echoes from Above, who did another video on him as well. And then you have Jeremy from Financial Education, who just lies about everything, and then when he lies, he takes down the video. So Andrei Jikh, I have to give props to him. He didn't say something incredibly rude. He just said, a very thoughtful, well-thought-out comment and left it there. So props to him for being an adult in that situation. Hopefully, Andrei, since you are friends with Jeremy and Meet Kevin, you can potentially teach them how to respond to criticism, since they clearly do not know how to do that at all. The second thing I'd like to say about this is I think this is very interesting that, a content creator with 2 million subscribers, 2.08 million subscribers, decided to respond to a video with only 10,000 views. These videos are basically making these guys, come out to the light and show them for who they are. Now, like I said, Andrei Jikh is not the worst of the worst. That's a fight between Meet Kevin and Jeremy. I don't know who's worse there. But I do think it's interesting that, a guy with 2 million subscribers felt necessary to comment on a video from a guy with only 19,000 subscribers and a video that only has 10,000 views. But he wanted to make sure everyone knew exactly what happened. So let's go ahead and take a look at his full comment, and I'll respond to it. So it says, "Hi Scott, I've skimmed through the video. Just wanted to clarify, I've never had affiliate links to Voyager. I've never been sponsored or paid by Voyager, as I'd have to legally disclose that I like to do with all my sponsorships." So a couple things to point out there. Yes, maybe you don't actually have an affiliate with them. I really don't know. I can't verify that. There are a lot of content creators on YouTube who don't disclose that they are actually getting paid for affiliates or sponsors, right? So I don't know if that's true or not. I would like to take you at your word, but I really don't know. But if you go over to his channel, you can see that his page is filled with affiliate links. These are all affiliate links. So he makes a ton of money, and he has done videos in the past showing his actual breakdown. He makes millions of dollars a year. So, it doesn't really matter that you're getting an affiliate from them, affiliate link from them. You get tons of payments from other affiliates, and basically the content that you put out there is so you can get even more people to sign up for your other affiliate links. You can get even more money from the ad revenue. So even if you don't directly have an affiliate link with them, you're still making a bunch of money off of the video. And that's true. Even if you don't have an affiliate, you still make tons of money from the actual video. And people sign up for the platform, which is what you want. And then potentially that platform will be even more successful. And we now know it's gone bankrupt, but that platform could potentially be more successful because someone with 2 million subscribers is promoting it, even if they're not being paid to promote it. So next he says, "Regarding my losses, the peak was 1.2 million. My cost basis was still 10% of my net worth. While that's still objectively a lot of money, I'm still hopeful I can get it back." So he doesn't actually talk about, I also talked about the NFTs and everything. I think he's specifically just talking about the cryptocurrency that was on Voyager, because that's primarily what the video is about. But I would assume he lost most of his NFT cost as well. I would love for him to respond to that. But yeah, he had NFTs on another platform for a long time. You actually couldn't sell those and get the cryptocurrency off the platform. You can now do that. I don't know how much he actually made from the NFTs. They were worth a lot more last year. But yeah, he lost, as you can see, he lost about 10% of his net worth from the cryptocurrency that was on Voyager. I know other people have been leaving comments saying he didn't have the majority of his money on Voyager. He's saying right here he lost about 10%. Now, I think I said initially in the video 1.5. So I was off a little bit. It's 1.2. But he still lost over $1 million with Voyager, putting his money into Voyager. And like I said, a bunch of people will watch his video, and how YouTube works is people will basically they create friendships in their heads with these people they see on YouTube, right? So people will trust Andrei Andrei will make a video about Voyager. People will like, oh, this guy, my friend Andrei recommends it, so I'm going to get involved in Voyager. So, I'm sorry, Andrei, that you lost 1.2 million. That's not really a big deal to you, as you've said, but your other subscribers potentially lost a lot more money. They're not millionaires. They're most likely never going to get that money back. Now, I hope that's not the case. I hope Voyager eventually does allow people to withdraw all their funds off the platform, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that. I really don't think it's actually going to happen. His next line says, while I appreciate the work you do in warning others, it's also very upsetting to be used in a narrative that just isn't true. Well, Andrei, if you don't want to be used in this narrative, you probably shouldn't promote scammy sites like Voyager. Now, I've been making videos exposing stuff like this since 2017. I had a cryptocurrency channel originally. I did several videos that got hundreds of thousands of views exposing BitConnect. So if you don't know, BitConnect was a massive scam, it was a Ponzi scheme, and people lost, I think it was hundreds of millions of dollars in BitConnect. Now, what Voyager was doing, they're not officially a Ponzi scheme. I'm not going to say they're a Ponzi scheme, but what they were doing was offering rates of return that was not sustainable. So basically, you put your cryptocurrency into the platform based on how much you put in and whatnot. They would offer you 5 or 10% return yearly on all your cryptocurrency you put in, right? Now, that is not sustainable. Anyone who knows anything about finance can tell you that's not sustainable. And the way they were able to do that is they were in a growth phase, and more people were putting cryptocurrency into the Voyager app, into the Voyager service. And as more and more people put in, they can continue to pay out the people that were already in the platform earlier. It's a way to get new customers into the system. The problem is, eventually they will reach a point where not enough new people are coming into the system, and they will have to lower the interest rate over time. That's what was going to happen. It was not a sustainable system. Now, like I said, it's not an outright pyramid scheme. They just would have lowered the interest rate over time. But these platforms are insanely, and I mean insanely risky, which is why Voyager is now bankrupt, right? They're not allowing anyone to withdraw any of their money. And you, Andrei, made videos talking about Voyager, talking about what a great service it was, how you were putting your money into it. Now, you didn't specifically tell other people to put your money into it. I think you actually said it was quite risky yourself. But the problem is, when you make a video, you have 2 million subscribers. When you make a video like this, a bunch of people, like I said, trust you, and they're going to follow you into this platform. They can't afford to lose 10% of their net worth. You can, but your subscribers cannot. So he says, overall, I've noticed there's a lot of drama in the finance community this year thanks to the market tanking, and it seems like people want to blame each other for their losses. It's a small world in the finance space, and I want the best for creators and for the people that watch our channels. I wish you well, and I'm hoping the community can stop fighting and get along. Thanks. So the problem with that, Andrei, is I believe you created your channel. Let's go ahead and take a look. So if you sort by oldest, you can see his oldest video is 3 years ago. So he started making content during one of the greatest bull markets the American economy has ever seen, right? It has never seen the type of growth we've seen basically since 2016 or so. 2016 to 2021 with the brief market crash in 2020, recovered quickly. So you started making videos, one of the greatest bull markets of all time, and you got all this praise and all this glory for putting out these videos, when in reality, you could have made videos about literally anything, a couple years ago, and it was going to go up. So now we're in a recession, possibly even a full-on bear market, and you don't like the attention or, the backlash that you're getting at this point. And that's just something you're going to have to learn to deal with. That's how it always works in a bull market. All of these people like you. Now, a lot of these other channels like Stockmo and whatnot, they created their channel in 2020 and saw massive growth, because in 2020, after the brief market collapse, everything started going up massively, and you could talk about literally any stock, which is what people like Stockmo did, and they saw massive growth. Stockmo got to 400,000 subscribers in 6 months, and his channel has barely grown since then. That is what happens, right? You got all of your growth off of these people who had a bunch of money, because we were in a massive bull market, and they all wanted to know, what should I invest in, and you made videos talking about that. Now that it's a bear market, you can't do that anymore. So I'm sorry you don't like that, but that's just how it works through the ups and downs. I'm sure when there's another bull market, you can get a bunch of people to invest in whatever you want, just like you did with the last bull market. But hopefully during this bear market, I can expose a lot of people like Jeremy, who's the worst. Jeremy's way worse than you, Andrei. I actually don't think you're a bad guy, but I really don't think people should be taking advice from these YouTubers who in reality don't know a ton about the stock market. Like I said, when it's a bull market, anyone can seem like they know what they're talking about. In a bear market, that changes. So, like I said, Andre, I appreciate you leaving this comment. I do find it interesting that a channel with 2 million subscribers needs to leave a comment on such a small video. What my people watching can think of that, that's up to them. But there you go. It is pinned. Anyone can see it if you want to check it out. Please don't be mean to the guy. He actually took his time to leave a thoughtful comment. So there it is. It's on my video. Andrei Jikh lost $1.5 million. I don't know if I'll change the title because he says he lost 1.2 million, but it feels like kind of dishonest if I actually change the title. But he actually, yeah, so he lost 1.2, not 1.5 million. But there you go. Let me leave your comments below on what you think about his response to this video. I'd love to know. Thanks, everyone.